Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this cute applique cockatiel. Here's how to make it. Okay, this is the video showing how to assemble the cockatiel if you are using a light box. So first, my light box setup. I've got 3 layers here. I've got my light box on, turned as high as it'll go. I've got my placement guide, and I've got a clear silicone mat. So I've got all of my pieces cut out on the solid lines, and I've ignored all of these dotted lines. Those are placement guides that you will need if you don't have a light box, but since this is the video showing how to do it with a light box, we're just going to ignore them. So the numbers tell you what piece is what, and they also tell you in what order to lay the pieces down. So I'm going to start with piece number 1. And just lay that right where it goes. And then piece number 2 is his body, like the shoulders of him. So I've designed him what I call snapshot style. So I want it to look like I've taken a picture of him and I've just zoomed in on his face. And so the bottom of the body is cut off with a straight line, and you want to line that up with the bottom edge of your block when you put him on the finished block. So piece number 3 is his shoulder. And 4 is the main part of his head. Okay, and now 5 is his eye. 6 is his adorable rosy cheek. 7 is the bottom part of his beak. And then 8 is the top part of his beak. All right, so I'm going to carefully lift this up, take it to my ironing board, and fuse everything in place right on the silicone mat. Then I'm going to let it cool, and I'll peel it off. The whole thing will come off in one piece. It'll release from the silicone mat, and then you can fuse it onto your finished block, your final block. This is a really great way to assemble all of your applique pieces and then audition them on different block backgrounds and in different placements in your quilt. It's one of the extra perks of using a light box besides just the easy placement. So I'll do all of the outline stitching, and then I will bring them back here and show you the finished version, and also show you a couple of other versions I made, including one where I turned him into a phoenix. All right, here is the finished cockatiel all outlined. I made this one in realistic colors. It's on a pink background to match other blocks that I'm making for a pet's quilt, because cockatiels are very common, popular pets. And I made a couple of other versions. So here's another one that I made in realistic colors, but a little bit more subdued. This is all part of my Sea Breeze color palette. It's just a little bit kind of sun faded. I want these to look like colors that have been sitting out in the sun at the beach for a while. So I made this version to go in an Australian animals quilt that I'm working on, since cockatiels come from Australia. But I made one more version that isn't actually a cockatiel. So this is something that I made for a quilt that I'm making of all fantasy animals. So I have a unicorn and a dragon so far, and one of the things on my list was a phoenix. And I decided, as I was working on the cockatiels, that this would actually be a really great one to choose for a phoenix, because that swoopy crest, and also the way I've had some of his feathers coming up into that crest off of his head, really looked to me very much like flames. So I left off the little cheek patch and just made him in all different shades of orange, and then put him on a purple background, which all the other things in my fantasy animals quilt are all going to be on purple backgrounds. So this is a cockatiel that's not really a cockatiel, and you could do the same thing. You could make all kinds of cute birds with big fancy crests, and you can make them in all different colors. They do not have to be realistic cockatiel colors. I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World. I'll see you next time.